This is Farzin Porazima. I'm one of the field applications engineer with KickStart Instruments. In this video, we'll be looking at DC IV test characterization using the IV app within the KickStart software for a MOSFET transistor using two of the Series 2450 touchscreen graphical user SMUs. The circuit diagram of the device under test is shown here. In this configuration, the force high terminal of channel 1 SMU is connected to the gate of the MOSFET, and the force high terminal of the second SMU is connected to the drain. The source terminal of the MOSFET is connected to the force low terminals of both SMU channels. Next, we will open the KickStart software and view the instrument pane. The IV Characterization app is the default app for use with the 2450 SMU. We will launch the app by double-clicking on one of the SMU instruments or by dragging it into the instrument pane. We will now add the second SMU by clicking on the instrument icon at the bottom right hand of the app window and use the Add Channel to add the second channel for this test. We will now see the two channels at the top of the setting window corresponding to the two SMU instruments that we just set up. We will now configure settings for each SMU channel to generate a family of curves. The test will sweep voltage from the drain to the source and measure the drain current with SMU1 and step the gate voltage with the SMU2. For SMU1, we will perform a linear sweep from 0 to 5 volts in 0.1 volt steps. We will set the appropriate fixed range, and then we will measure current in the 100 milliamp range. We would set our limit to 0.1 amp and measure the voltage using the program values. We would set auto 0 to ones and then set the input terminals to rear. For the second SMU, we will perform a linear sweep from 2 to 5 volts in 1 volt steps and set the limit to 0.1 amp. We would measure current in the 100 milliamp range, measure the voltage using the program values, and then set the auto 0 to ones, and just like our SMU1, we would set the input terminals to rear. Press Run to begin the test. The graph shows drain family of curves measured by the Model 2450 SMU. If you look at the Y and the X-axis, the Y-axis displays the current and the X-axis displays the voltage value in this graph. The data in the software can also be displayed in a table view. For each SMU channel, the current, voltage, and time appears in the table. This data can also be exported and saved to a file and can also be transferred to a .csv file in an Excel spreadsheet.